So there are three types of user: admin user, local database, and administrator user. Okay. So I will show you in the first about the administrators. By default, user is there in the clear pass. Okay. Go to administrators. In the user and privilege, the tab is user and privilege. The admin user and admin privilege. Admin privilege, we can define the privilege like that: API administrator, Uber. You can read only access, read administrator, receptionist, super administrator. You can define the role as per your just example of the read only access. So that access, see, this only read only. They are only read only access. You can provide the read only, read write, and delete everything. You can define role, which role inside. You can define the role. Okay. Do the full access, limited access. You can define the role. So already this type of rule already is available in the clear pass. You can differently. You can create a roles. You can create a roles. Test role. Okay. You can define read, write, delete, everything can define. Configuration, monitoring, dashboard. You can define the rules. Inside, you know the inside.
Not exactly.
Okay, I will explain later because it's different thing. Okay, give the full access, API access. Okay, so you can define the role. So you can define the role. Okay. Already template you can use. You can this template. If you're not going to use this template, you can define the separate roles. Okay.
Okay.
This is read write only for privilege. You can which user need to full access, which user need to read only, which we can design dashboard. We can define the inside only. So you can define the different type of roles, and that role we can define the particular that access policy.
Understand.
Okay. So these are the this is the I already created. I'll just in the previous lab I'll delete this. So this is super admin as password. This is my super admin. The super admin is when going to login your clear pass, that time you use this is password. Okay. You can change the password. You can everything you can do this.
Okay.
You can change if you don't forget the password, but you are only the same different password. You can go directly change. They are not asking the previous password. Old password they are not. So directly need to change.
Okay.
So I'm just going to change the password. I don't know which my previous password, so I'm just changing the password. So directly they change it. Okay. Okay, log it in user is not valid. Login again to continue. So I just have changed the password. So I'm just checking. So this working. Okay. So you can working. So no need to previous password forget. So you can directly reset the password. Only one password is you need to buy this password you are working on this. You need to change the password. You can create the multiple account in this. Okay, here you can create the multiple accounts. One account is a test admin. You can enter the name of name test admin. Enter the type of password. You can define the role of that privilege. Policy manager, read only access, API administrator, Aruba administrator. We can define the role that also. So which you need to privilege that particular user, you can define here only for administrator. Okay, this is my default user. This account default account in the clear pass.
Okay.
So I am going to full access. This is created. Okay. So one more thing, account setting. So that need to decide maximum length of access, password complexity, in the number of letters, alpha letters. We can define the policy that password should be in the mismatch, uppercase, lowercase, special character. That also you define the particular policy in your when going to configure the administrator accounts. Okay. We can define the expiry days. in the 90 days you can expire the that automatically expire the administrator password, that also define over here. Got it?
Okay.
So in the password need to expire in 180 days, 90 days. By default, the in the best practice in 90 days. We can define the in the 90 days to change the password. Correct. This is for fail attempts. How many times you come to attempts? Then going to log the system. That also fine. Only 3 attempts. They are going to 3 attempts. Not enter the proper password. So that password to do reset the password. Okay. Lock the account. That also policy we can configure here. Got it?
Yeah. If the account is disabled, then you can enable it from here.
Yes, you can enable it here. You can enable the super administrator. See, there are you have multiple accounts. So super administrator, this you only super administrator, and these are the L1 engineer. So that was this the app admin, some test admin, this test admin user disable. So you can enable the is here only. Okay, okay. So this is for administrator. This is for admin account.
Understand.
Okay. So now I'm going to talking about the local database. Local database, when going to use the local database, if you don't have the AD server, मतलब आपके पास AD सर्वर नहीं है, बट आपको नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स को एक्सेस देना है मेरा क्लियर पास का, उसका सबको उसका लॉग मैनेज करना है, सब मैनेज करना है, पॉलिसी थ्रू वर्क होना चाहिए, वो आप इसमें देख सकते हैं. हमको इसमें पॉलिसी क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट यू नीड टू क्रिएट अ पॉलिसी. आई विल शो यू द लोकल यूजर. दिस इज अ लोकल यूजर. लोकल यूजर इज अ local database. This is for local database. This user for local database. You can create the users. You can create the user. Example CPPM. Enter the name Vipro. Enter the password. Select the roles. You can define the role. I'll give the super admin. Department. Department is a department. Any department, IT. You can define this sponsor. You can define the titles, Mr. You can define anything like for identification. Vimal. You can have one more thing. You can define the who's in sponsor. This is MD. Okay. Again, one more type of define the email ID. You can define email ID. Okay. This type of you can define the attributes. Okay, these are created. Okay. But right now this is not working due to the because this define should be in your policy. So now I am going to configure, but policy when configure you are I think mismatch. अब इतना समझ लो कि कॉन्फ़िगर होता है, लेकिन पॉलिसीज बताऊंगा तो आपको थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स समझ में नहीं आएगा क्योंकि पॉलिसी दिस. सो मैं जस्ट ओवरव्यू दे रहा हूँ कि हमारे पास 3 तरह के अकाउंट होते हैं जो हम लोग अपने क्लियर पास को मैनेज कर सकते. विदाउट एडी भी हम लोग एक एडी जैसा बिहेव हम लोग कर सकते हैं. जिससे हम लोग क्या बताया ना, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर अकाउंट मैंने बताया, एक है लोकल डेटाबेस, और एक है एडी. एडी मतलब आपको पता है कि जो भी एडी में रहेगा उसी से एक्सेस होगा, वो हमको पॉलिसी में डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. करेक्ट. So there are 3 types of account in the ClearPass. One is a domain credential that user should be able to access with the AD user. AD credential, username, password should be any AD. One is a local database. Local database user, that only local database username present in my ClearPass, that only able to access. If you're not going to configure the local database of the particular user, so they are not going to access. Okay. Administrator means the full access. That is a by default username, password in their ClearPass. So multiple user we can create in this ClearPass. So they give the access for them. But is a super this for the administrator account. You know that the 2 types of account in there. Some like in the Windows in the, or my PC by default administrator account is there. Correct. Administrator account, standard account. That is the administrator account in the ClearPass. But local database as it compared to the AD not the environment. That time we use the local database user.
Okay, so if you allow AD domain users in the ClearPass, you have to at first synchronize with the domain. Let me see.
Correct.
Then they will be allowed.
Correct. First of all, we can add the domain. First of all, my server bind to the domain, then going to access. without AD bind or join, don't, you're not going to access. I'll show you in how my piece, my AD already join. 1 second. This is a domain. This is my domain. Join. Okay, this is my domain. Attributes. You can join the domain, but make sure that when going to join the domain, that time the password never expired. Defined in the AD, that password, bind password, should be not expire, because going to expire, so authentication fail, going to hamper your endpoints. That should be in not expire. Please make sure that that bind password not going to expire in future also, never expire,
Okay.
because authentication happen only for AD. Okay,
Understand.
so that
So this is the bind DNS and at the end here administrator at apple.com. Yeah? So if I change the password in the domain, then I have to change even in the bind password.
correct. But you are changing the password, that when going to expire the passwords, your endpoint not going to authenticate with the AD. Got it?
Right.
So that's why make sure that that bind password not going to change in future also, or not the policy define the never expire password, because see, in your production environment all going endpoint going to authenticate with AD only, but AD not authenticate with the clear pass. So how to authenticate endpoint to the your AD?
Right. So this is the administrator at apple.com. Is this the password of DC? I mean, AD administrator?
AD administrator, correct, AD administrator.
So if somehow you change the password of AD, then
See,
you have to change it.
yes, I'll show you in my AD maybe on or not. I'll show you 1 second. Start, I'll show you.